it. Toys in the attic. I rock and I ramble. My brain is scrambled. Rap like an animal buzz.
Hey guys, so this is Q Loves Kitchen, and I am here with you guys today to show you how to create custom movies primarily, but also TV channels for The Sims 4. Before we officially begin, I would like to go over the disclaimer and the requirements of what you need. Hey guys, so I'm here with you today to talk about how to create custom TV channels and custom movie channels primarily. This tutorial is labeled as custom TV channels, but I've discovered that this tutorial is absolutely great for movie channels, and that's primarily what I use it for, because custom TV channels, you will have to find, you know how the TV changes videos, you would have to find all those are all separate video files in The Sims 4. So you have to find all of them and replace all of them to get it to be uploaded, which I've done it before. It's a lot of extra work, and this tutorial is already kind of tedious as it is. So I primarily use it for movie channels, but I do take requests for TV channels. I've done a TV channel. If any of you guys are in the Black Simmer group on Facebook, you've seen it done with Atisha, and she used somebody's music videos on the TV. But yeah, so before we fully begin, I would appreciate if you guys spend time, if you want to pause this video, to just basically go through the requirements, get everything that's needed, and then the install and configure required tools portion, do steps 1 and 2. And he shows you a picture of how your workspace should look. First and foremost, with the requirements, I use majorly everything here. There's 2 that I did not use. There's, hold up. Okay. So there's Free Studio that I didn't use, and then there's FFD Show that I did not use. I did not use those 2 because I have other options, and I prefer to download as less as possible when you already have these to download, which is not much, but you have to go on a download spree, and I don't want to really download those. So basically those 2 I did not use, and then I'll just show you other options that I did use. So for this is primarily what I use to grab videos off of YouTube, but you can get it off of anywhere. And my bad, dislike. And so basically you can convert a video link. If you already have a video file, you can do that, or you can record a video. I haven't used that portion because I don't need to use it, but these 2 are absolutely wonderful. So online video converter, and then you have y2mate.com, and you basically have, it gives you a bunch of options of the quality of video and shows you how much is the file size and then the download. And then the online convert.com is used to convert the original file that you downloaded from YouTube or whatever into the file that you needed with the correct parameters to work in VirtualDub, which is an application that you will see me use later on. So I use this primarily, and what you're going to want to focus on is, you really can play with this. I've played with it some, and I haven't seen things change much. But you can play with it and see what you do. So what you want to do is, you want to make sure this, this is change, this is change, this is change, this, and this. And you wanted these parameters. you want to add these parameters. This can be changed, but you don't have to. I've tried to change things and it doesn't work. So yeah, that's what I use. You can play with these like I said before. Everything that I've used is going to be linked in the description portion. So if you guys want to go and grab those before you start the tutorial, first and foremost, you can. If you already have other options, you can go for that. Hey guys, so now that you have your requirements up aboard and you got your workspace, you're ready to go on to part 2 of working with VirtualDub, and it's convert the VBR to CBR. So we're gonna use Fern Gully. I don't know if any of you guys remember that movie, or that series, because it was more than one movie. But so Fern Gully was the ultimate cartoon movie for me. So we're gonna work with this and hopefully get it working. So first of all, you're gonna want to go to VirtualDub, and you're gonna want to go to VirtualDub.exe, and it's the application. You launch it, and this should come up. You want to do is you're gonna go to File, Open Video File, and sorry, my computer is kind of slow, but. And if you have Ferngully, if you have whatever video that you want already in the parameters that's needed and in AVI file, you're just gonna click it, open. What's gonna come up is gonna come up this message. This is a VirtualDub warning message, and it's basically just telling you that the way that it is now, if you put it into the game, your game will crash. This is basically what it is. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take steps to ensure that this don't happen. So you just press OK. You see here you have two black screens. You're gonna go to audio, you're gonna activate full processing mode, and then you're gonna go to audio again, go to compression. Make sure no compression is highlighted, and if you like me and you're very just like, I'm gonna double check, you click it and that'll come up and you press OK. Now that you're doing that, you go back to audio. No, you go to file, you go save as wave, and in the tutorial it tells you to say as temp audio stream, but you can do that. But if you're like working on multiple things, it probably would be good to save it as something else. I advise going to things one at a time. I typically like to save things as the initials of whatever movie I'm working with. So it's Foreign Gully, so I just FG. And this will come up. After that's happened, you're going to go back to audio. You're going to pick audio from other file. And this, you should see a WAV file there. Once you see the WAV file, you click it, you press open. So now that audio part is there on that video, and it's in a way that it won't crash your game. So once you do that, once you've done that, you're gonna go back to audio. You're gonna go to compression, and then you're gonna click MPEG layer 3. For some reason I got 2, and so I had to click which one, but you want to get to the MPEG layer 3 that has this list. You're gonna then click 320k bits. That's what the video that you put out with, and then you're gonna click OK. Once you click OK, you're gonna go to video, and you're gonna make sure that full processing mode is still activated. As long as it's activated, you're good. And then you're gonna go to file, save as AVI, and I'm gonna put it as FG. It's not gonna overwrite the other one because the other one was a WAV file. Click save. This should come up, and also you should be seeing the video. Once that happens, you're gonna click out of it, and then you're gonna start a new instance of VirtualDub. Once you start a new instance of VirtualDub, you're gonna go to File, you're gonna go to Open Video File, and you're gonna open the one that you just made. If you're not sure, you just have to check the time and the date. But you're gonna open that, and now you should get no message. If no message come up, then you're on the right track. If another message comes up, then you done something wrong and you have to go back a few steps. So now that you have it, now that you have assured that it's the right thing, you're gonna go to video compression, and you're gonna go to VB6R simple profile. That's the one that you want to click. You're then gonna go to audio and make sure direct stream copy and stream 1 in source audio is highlighted, activated. Once you have assured that, you're gonna go to file, and you're gonna go as saves AVI, and I usually do number 2 to make sure that's the second time that I open it. That's the second one that's made, and it's gonna be the one I'm gonna use in future steps. And this should come up again, and once again you should also see your video on there. You're gonna X out, and what you have now is you have, once you go back to Model Sims, what you see now is this. And basically you should have this. The tutorial tells you can delete, but honestly I don't delete anything because sometimes these videos are not made, or it's just kind of wonky once you put it in the game. And so if you want to not go through the whole steps again, I would advise just leaving anything. Like, this is a tedious process, but it's trial and error. And so, well, from what I've learned, leaving everything in and just making names that fit with what you want to do is the best way to go about doing this, so you don't have to start all over when you mess up. You can just go to a certain step and then redo that step and it'll be fine. Okay guys, so now that you have VirtualDub, you have all the files that you need. From VirtualDub itself, we're gonna go and convert the audio codec. So you're gonna open GUI, run as administrator, and zoom. Okay, so you have this come up. You're gonna browse for that WAV file that's in that. You're gonna browse that, click it, open it, and so here's when you're gonna put in the bolded words that are in the tutorial. So what you're gonna do is quotation marks, space, dash FPS, which is frames per second, quotation mark, 15, quotation mark, dash, loops, quotation mark, dash 1, quotation mark, dash, loop, quotation mark, dash 1. And this is how it should be. Now remember that the only space that comes in this is the space that is between the first quotation mark after your file and FPS. Then what you're going to do is you're going to create. You should have a black dialog box that comes up and it looks like that. When you hit exit, you should have this DAT file. That's going to be important for the next portion. Then you're going to create the final AVI file. So you're going to go to vp6converter.exe, this application that you downloaded. It's supposed to run as administrator, but I don't see anything come up. You're going to hit browse, and you're going to get, if you're like me and you did the things that I did, you're going to hit the second one. But if you did delete it, then you're going to hit the most recent one that you've already done everything to. Then you're going to click audio, and you're going to get that DAT file that you made. And then you're going to click go. This process is going to happen. It shouldn't take long usually. Really shouldn't take long. It doesn't take like that long. It like takes maybe a minute. Not even that really. You should get this dialog box that comes up, says conversion complete. You click OK and you click exit. What you then should have is a file that has .vp6 at the end. So this is where you this is where you change it to AVI file, but in the tutorial this is where you change it to AVI. But there's something else that I'm going to do, and so we're not going to change it to AVI right now. But you know, just knowing that that's there. So the next part is to search for the right instance ID, and I am going to show that in the portion. If you don't want to do that, if you don't want to go through the whole thing, you don't have to. I am going to put like stuff that's going to help you not have to go through the whole process, but I am going to show the whole process, so you can skip if you want to. Okay guys, so this is the part where we're gonna look for the ID instances and stuff like that. Because you're gonna replace this is gonna be replaced with the instance, so it can be played in replace of what's already there. So first you're gonna do is gonna open up S4PE. For some reason S4PE on my computer won't open if it's just the application exe. And so I had to keep it like this, bundled up with everything else. And so what you're gonna do is you're gonna open up anything that opens up a raw file, AR file, and then you're gonna find this where it says S4PE exe application. You're gonna click on that, double click on that, and then this should come up. So what's there's a tutorial that is being the tutorial that you're reading along, or if you already went through it and already done it, is showing you how to find TV channels. If you have movie hangouts, which is what I have to get movie channels, you can do the same thing. So with TV channels, let's assume what they're showing you is TV channels, and basically you're gonna go to file, you're gonna go to open, and you're gonna go to where your game is installed, which is Windows program files times 86, Origin games, Sims 4. What you're gonna do for the TV files, you're gonna go to data, client, and then client full build 1 package, and you're gonna open. I I had another one previously open. And you're going to get all these. Now, the reason why these are all saying AVI files, you're not going to get that when you first open it. To be able to get all the AVI files of the TV channels that you want, you're going to go hit Filter Active, Tag, AVI, and you're going to hit Set. And it's going to come to the bunch of the AVI files. Now, all these are TV channels. Unfortunately, they don't have, like, the names of the TV channels and which video corresponds to what. So I'm in the process of like making a list. If anybody else want to help, they can. I'm in the process of doing that right now. I think I only have the action channel done, but you know, and I'll put out the Excel sheet. I think that I have it on that lists all those. But for the movie channels, of course, you have to have Movie Hangout because movie channels do not come with the base game. Either I wish it does. You're going to go to New. You're going to go to Open. And if you have Movie Hangouts, that is going to be SP5. Because this is the Movie Hangout pack. You're going to do that and you're going to open up Client Full Build 0. And these are all the movie files. And so that is how you get the instance IDs and stuff like that. This is what's going to end up replacing the name of the file that you created. And what you're going to do is, what I do is to have all these, because you're going to want to create more than one. You're just going to click one, the top, hold shift, and then click the last one. You have all them highlighted. You're going to right click your mouse, export to file, and put it wherever in the folder wherever to have it all on queue. And then that's how you're going to get all of them. That's what you need, all of them. And you're going to need VLC Media Player to play these files. Okay guys, so now that we have our file, we already went through the client instance ID to figure out what we want to do. So now we're going to replace the instance ID of this. So once you have your instance ID, I'm going to go into the folder that I have almost everything. Like I said, I'm still in the process of doing things. You're going to click on it. You're going to right click. You're going to go to rename, and you're not going to rename it. You just want it to highlight it so you can crap. You just want to highlight it so you can copy that and replace this. You're going to highlight it, rename. And if you haven't changed the VP6 part to AVI, you're going to remove that, all that, and you're going to paste the instance ID, the whole thing, and then you're going to pick AVI at the end. You press enter. Of course, you want to change it because you want to make it usable in the game. So you press yes. And now that you have this. Okay, so the last thing you want to do before this becomes usable is you're going to go back to S4PE. S4PE comes back up. So you're going to do is you want to click File, New, because you was using it before, and then you're going to right click this empty space. You're going to want to go to Import from File, and you're going to want to go to where your workspace is, and this should come up. If this don't come up, you've done something wrong. Like I said, this is the only way that it's going to play in the game. You're going to click that. You're going to click Open. This dialog box should come up. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click this, use resource name. You want to uncheck it. And then you want to click OK. So now that you have this in AVI file, you're going to want to go to Save. File, you're going to want to go to Save. And it tells you to put it in the mods. However, if you want to go ahead and put it in your game and test it before renaming it, you can. if you want to go into the next part of this tutorial to actually change the name from whatever movie or channel that you're replacing to what you're actually replacing with, I would advise that you put it back in your workspace or put it somewhere. If you do CC stuff, put it in the CC workspace. Whatever. I'm gonna put it here, and I'm gonna name it as my CC creator name. And I think I spelled channel wrong, but it's already there and it's already on all my CC. So, and I'm gonna put Fern Gully. Then you can press enter or press save. And now the movie has been created. It should work in the game. At the end of this, we're definitely gonna test it. But that's part of this part. So the next part is gonna be changing names so it can come up in the game. Hey guys, so the next part of this tutorial is changing the in-game text. And so what you're gonna want to do is you want to go to this site. This site is also linked in the description box. And basically it's an awesome tutorial, once again not by me but by somebody else, Sims VIP. Create a mod changing text tutorial. I do advise that you go through this and you test it out on something small, a small mod, or if you've never modded before, you're gonna test it out on this custom TV movie channel that you just created. You're gonna test it out on that. But so you go through this and it'll help you go through how to do everything. But I am going to show you. So you're going to want to open up Sims4 Studio. Sims4 Studio is very helpful in creating a lot of mods. So if you don't already have it, you should probably get it if you want to do something beyond this in the future. Sorry, I'm doing this all on my laptop, and because I don't have like a gaming desktop or laptop or anything, so everything just kind of goes whoop. But once you open up Sims4 Studio, okay, Sims4 Studio, okay. So this is how you're going to change the text of the movie. You're going to go to Tools, String Table Lookup. You're going to come with all of these. You're going to go into the chat box and type in the name of the movie. I usually type in the entire name because it's going to give you all the files with that. So you have all the files. You need to click everyone that's part of that how you watch the TV or whatever, movie TV. So you'll click on the first one, shift, click on the last one. Now you have all of them highlighted. You're going to go to add to current package. This is going to create a new package. So we're going to do text replacement. This is from a previous one. We're just going to replace it. You're going to click out of here. And now you have all of these. This is all the languages. You're going to delete everyone that's not your language. So I speak English. I'm not going to delete English. I'm going to delete all the other ones. So you're going to click on the first one. Shift. Click on the last one. Delete. This dialog box should come up telling you what you're deleting. You press OK. It's being deleted. You're gonna click on this. You're gonna go to edit items. And now you have a whole list of things that you need to edit. So you're gonna click the movie or TV channel name and replace it with the custom movie or TV channel that you're making. And so you're gonna do that for everyone. I'm gonna pick control copy because I don't want to type it in all the time. So just highlight, paste, highlight, paste. And so then once you've done that, you're gonna go to save. And hopefully in text, everything should appear to change. Yay! So you're gonna make sure this is changed from the previous movie name to what you're actually gonna be watching. You're gonna pick, since it's there, you're gonna pick save, and this dialog box should come up. Your package has been saved. So you're gonna X out because you don't need this. What I advise you guys to do is to have not click out of S4P. If you already did, then oh well. Do a new instance. Nah. Well, you can do a new instance or not, but you're gonna import files, and you're gonna want to have no. Okay. So once you click out of, you know what, stop. So you're gonna want to click out of Sims 4 Studio, and then you're gonna want to bring it back up. I unfortunately don't have. I mean, I've tried to do it in the same instance as Sims 4 Studio to where you're gonna merge packages, but it just don't work. So I advise creating new ones. So you're gonna go to content management, merge packages. If you have never done this before, this is a good base tutorial for if you have a bunch of CC. You can do it, and you're gonna go to add, and you should see both of your packages here. You want both of them. Open, then they come up, and then you're gonna merge. I am actually just gonna keep it here. And so basically, create a name. I do advise if you're gonna be putting this for everybody, do a creator name, because you might want to create stuff later on. And from my experience, having CC with a creator name is absolutely beneficial to when you've got messed up CC and you need to find that name, but then you don't know you might know you created a name, and so you search it through that, and it's really helpful. And so basically, what I do is I put the name of the movie, and I put actual movie behind it because my other package is already named Ferngully. And so save, packages have been merged. You should see it come up like I said, Ferngully movie. And then what you're gonna do, zoom out. What you're gonna do is you're gonna put that in your testing folder of your mods folder. We're gonna leave all this here because once we test things, we're gonna make sure that it actually works.
でもそんなんじゃダメもうそんなんじゃほら心は進化するよもっともっとテレテレテレテレテレテレテレテレテレテレテレテレテレパンパンテテテ